Well, there's such a great history of robots in science fiction through television and movies, and certainly in books. And Steven Spielberg is, one of the masters of the genre and has done it so well.
Steven's very much been an influence in terms of drawing from his aesthetic of getting the sense of wonder and getting the sense of awe, but at the same time making it grounded in a realistic drama that it needs to be.
Humanics are a new race of android for our show, the prototype of which is Ethan, and our character John Woods has created this.
At the Humanics Project, we recognize that we live in a world of machines. Most of us interact with one form or another from the time we wake up until the time we go to sleep. We've outsourced many of our day-to-day activities to robots that have made our lives way more efficient, but in the process, we've removed the all-important element of human connection.
So John, whose mission is to try to create a piece of technology, or in the form of this child, that restores the connection that humans have with each other.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to my son, Ethan.
John, I think, in an attempt to give Molly the greatest gift, the thing that Molly wanted most in the world was a child, he decided to create one.
The idea that he created them with was imbuing them with a sense of humanity. If we want to make machines more human, if we want to bridge that divide between human and machine, we have to give the machine the human experience.
I realized that in order to further the goal of Humanics, to give him a true human experience, he needed to be part of a family unit, to be raised in a home. So I brought him into ours.
So that's John's main purpose. It's his main invention. As a pioneer in the field, he has made the huge leap now to not only invent it, but to take it into his house as his own child.
The problem is that Molly's not so sure that this robot baby quite does it for her, that it's quite childlike enough for her to feel fulfilled.
It feels like you're pulling away from us. I don't know what's happened, but I've felt it, and he's felt it too ever since you got back.
Well, it wasn't that easy before I left here. Not easy like it was for you. We've always seen him differently.
I see him as our son.
And so do I. I think Molly and Ethan have a very interesting relationship. He knows that he's not getting quite the input that he's getting from his father, John. And Molly is very ambivalent about this robot, and she's trying very hard, though, to love him and mother him, but I think that's her inner struggle.
It's not an entirely revolutionary concept, but it's new in the sense that it's looking at the concept of what happens if machines, once they evolve to the point where they're self-aware, will they take over the world? Well, if this thing is invested in our survival, if Ethan is invested in us because of what we give to him, then we ensure that we'll exist because of that.
I think if Molly can wrap her brain around the fact that he could possibly love her, then I think she could love him. And that's, the questions we're gonna have to wait and see.